A writer for Time magazine seems to be taking aim at both billionaire Elon Musk over his bid to buy Twitter and at the First Amendment. She knocks free speech, writing, "It does seem to be a dominant obsession with the most elite, the most driven Elon Musk of the world," says Fred Turner, professor of communication at Stanford University and author of several books about Silicon Valley culture, who argues that free speech seems to be much more of an obsession among men. Because, Cheryl, it couldn't possibly be about the First Amendment. It has to be about race and gender.
Of course it is. Let's find something else that has nothing to do with the truth. Let's go back to when they took then President Trump off of Twitter in 2021, right? Their reason at the time, I had to go back and find this, is, quote, how his tweets are being received and interpreted on and off Twitter. Let's go back to the fact that President Trump at the time was all over cable, all over the internet, all over YouTube, but it was Twitter that decided it was their job to pull him off the platform, okay? This is why Elon Musk is going into Twitter, and he is going to change that company around. I do believe the deal closes in the next 3 to 6 months, and I think that he will take it private, fix it up, make it, monetize those users, which they have to do, which is on the business side of it, and then he's going to make it public again. But who wins? Those that want more free speech on a platform like Twitter. So I think you've got two separate lines of things happening at Twitter right now.
Well, this theme of Time magazine, it was not a novel thought. In fact, they talked about it on The View as well. Let's listen.
Twitter is not the real world. And in fact, on Twitter, it is predominantly straight white men. So when Elon Musk says, wow, this is about free speech, it seems to me that it's about free speech of straight white men.
Emily, always.
I mean, it can seem to her whatever she wants it to seem. But I think to those humans who don't necessarily exist in the box that other people put them in, it's simply about free speech. It's actually simply about having a diversity of thought, not being censored at the hands of either someone's private company or the hands of the government, that they be able to have the same access that everyone does because we are humans and citizens of this country under the protection of the U.S. Constitution and not because they check a box.
Exactly. But CNN also has some thoughts. We're getting the best of hits in right here. Let's listen to CNN.
I think we can look to the Western countries in Europe for how they are trying to limit it. But you need controls on this. You need regulation. You cannot let these guys control discourse in this country, or we are headed to hell. We are there. Trump opened the gates of hell, and now they're chasing us down.
Oh, God. They are triggered, Joey Jones.
Look, there's only one Donald Trump. There's only one James Carville. Quit trying to be him, whoever you are. Listen. The idea here that I don't know. I guess Elon Musk is a lot of the feedback is people trying to tell Elon Musk how he should have spent his $44 billion. And what's the consistent narrative among people who want to tell Elon Musk how he should spend his money is none of them have ever even had $1 million thought, much less $1 billion or $200 billion thought. Listen, genius comes in different forms with Elon Musk. It comes in a strange guy who is a free speech absolutist. And if we have to have one person in charge of a platform so important, I would appreciate it being someone who calls themselves a free speech absolutist. I mean, this goes back to the segment 2 blocks ago, which is basically they're threatening their ability to control the narrative, and it's scaring them to death.
Yeah, he's also a genius at owning the left and the squad. Harris, I saw this over the weekend. I can't get over this. AOC, tired of having to collectively stress about what explosion of hate crimes is happening because some billionaire with an ego problem unilaterally controls a massive communications platform, she goes on. Blah, blah, blah. Musk responds, "Stop hitting on me. I'm really shy."
Now, that's the ratio that we go to Twitter for. Yeah. All right? The two of them. So whenever I have this conversation, I always think of you and Section 230. There is the protection that was given through the government for this company that now I understand it may or may not have because it will be owned by a billionaire. So he can do whatever he wants. What's really sad is when they had the support and the protection of the federal government, they didn't think free speech was important. So we got to be careful who we give that to. I know Facebook has had its problems, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Keeping conservatives off the platform, so on and so forth. So I think we need to take a look at this all around. There's always going to be the next thing. There'll be the next Twitter, the next Facebook, whatever it is. Do we really want to start the conversation by giving them government protections?
Exactly. Emily, I think it's a fair question. And I think Section 230 being rolled back, important. I hope the next Republican administration looks at it. I hope the Biden administration looks at it.
Yeah, and I think to me what I've always said, it represents that the laws are archaic, frankly, and that tech and development occurs at a much faster rate than laws do. And we've seen that really in all industries, frankly, but none so much more relevant now than Section 230 and the application of it to social media and those tech companies. So I think essentially the advocates were trying to squish it into an existing rubric. It just doesn't work. So it needs to have a creative application to this law to change it, to make so that it fits neatly, because at the moment it's like a round square and a hole, or round square peg.
We get you. We get you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was going to try to complete that analogy, and then I blanked as well.
I liked it the way it was.
We can watch the holiday and find out.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.